Welcome to Pinto Lake Championship Disc Golf Course for the final round of the Pinto Lake Showdown. Here's our top 10 after the first round. Andrew Miranda is leading the pack. The Pinto Lake Showdown is part of the Top World Disc Golf Tour Series, and we're proud to bring you coverage of this event. I'm Keenan, Dalton of Top World, here with Paavo Stubstad. Say what up, Paavo.
What's up, Keenan? Happy to be back here on Top World Disc Golf to see another tournament at Pinto Lake.
Yeah, we got a sweet card for you guys. It's a five-some, so we got Andrew Miranda, Jacob Blair, Travis Gentile, Gavin Boss, and Gavin Gibson competing for the trophy of the Pinto Lake Showdown champion.
Exciting stuff. We got a couple of Gavins. I guess we got to refer to them by their last names.
Good point, Paavo. Starting right off on hole 1, 298-foot par 3. There's OB long, but that's about the only danger here. We are in Northern California, so the 2-meter rule is in effect as well. So you don't want to get caught up in these grabby oak trees. But this should be a short little hole to get it started.
Let's do it, guys.
We got their card.
Gavin.
I'm Gavin. Gavin. And I see Travis.
How's it going, Jacob?
Gavin. Same card. Same card. Same card. Yeah. Let's do it again.
First on the box, your San Francisco Safari champion, Andrew Miranda.
Nice and flat, straight, low. Ooh, skimmed the grass on top of the hill there, but continued a good ways. He's going to have an outside the circle look at a birdie. Obviously a little lower than he wanted.
Up next, your Top World Disc Golf Boulder Creek Bowl champion, Jacob Blair.
Playing more of a hyzer line, crashing the tree a little bit, but low enough that it's just fine. He's in the circle.
And a new face to Top World coverage, Travis Gentile up next.
Gotta love the Saki Bomb shirt. He goes with an even wider hyzer. That was too wide. He's going to have maybe like a 60-footer there.
And here's Gavin Boss next on the box.
Looks like he was going for the Andrew Miranda straight line, but he turned it over a bit. And he's going to be deep right down in the grass there. That is safe, though, I think, right?
Yes. Yeah, that little drainage area is inbounds. And last but not least, the De La local Gavin Gibson.
Low right, but more of an overstable disc, fighting back nicely. Beautiful shot. Skips a little long, but I liked that line a lot.
Yeah, great line. Just nestles up against the PVC pipe that is the long position on this hole.
Travis from a knee, committed, but too much turn. He's going to have a little meat left on the bone there.
Miranda for birdie.
Oh, just low.
And see if Boss can get a birdie on the card.
Also just a tiny bit low. Yeah, he wanted that one.
Gibson.
Man, all of them just a few inches too low. Here's Travis coming back for the par, and he's good for it.
Yeah, no birdies to start the round for our five-some here, so...
Yeah, that's kind of weird on a hole this short. Lead card, you'd expect... Well, this is Jacob for birdie, isn't it?
Oh, you're right. Let's see if Jacob can convert here.
Let's go, Jacob. Top World Disc Golf birdie. You just got to be sponsored by Top World to get the birdie on this hole, I guess.
Yeah, get some redemption for our card here to get things started, and he's going to take the box headed into hole 2.
Yeah, this hole averaged 2.75. You would expect, like I said, more than one birdie on lead card. And Keenan, this was actually a pretty small open field, right? Like 16 people, you said?
Yeah, headed into round 2, it was a MPO field of 16 people. We had some amateur divisions out here as well. So yeah, a little smaller field for this event, but we're stoked they made the trip out here.
Of course.
Headed into hole 2, this is in a different position than you have seen in the Masters Cup Pinto coverage. This is the shortest position on the hole. On the left side, you do have OB left and right and long, so that can definitely come into play on this hole.
See them just falling off.
And after the birdie on hole 1, Jacob Blair up first.
Nice and wide, be overstable, get some ground play. Didn't quite get the ground play he wanted, but he circles edge. Look for a birdie.
I think this is Andrew throwing his Ice Steady BL from DGA discs.
That might have been a good kick, giving him an open look rather than being stuck in the bushes there. I know it took off some distance, but I'm going to say good kick.
Yeah, kept him in bounds as well. This looks like a good line from Travis.
Great line from Travis there. Oh no, that's OB long. Wow, that OB is close. What is that, like 20 feet from the pin and he's OB?
Yeah, it's very tight, like 15, 20 feet behind the basket there is OB.
Gavin Boss going for the flex line, a little bit too high, clips some branches. He comes up short. Probably just a layup for par from there, especially with the OB long. This looks like a good line from Gibson. Sit. Oh, that finds out of bounds too.
Just barely.
Man, that OB is punishing.
Yeah, it's very close, and the OB is marked by the back of the post, so that was just outside of that.
Yep, Boss laying up like I thought he would from there. Here's Miranda for birdie. Looks like he sees a gap in the branches, maybe. Yep. Oh, good looking line. Oh no, that goes OB too, man. Brutal little 300-footer.
Yeah, these are some tough death putts.
Can Jacob start 2 for 2? He says no. It's like he heard me.
So there you can see just barely outside of the line between the posts.
As Gavin Boss taps in his par real quick as they're determining where they crossed, taking their relief. And Gavin Gibson gets his par with a penalty stroke. And here's Andrew for a bogey. Good putt. Oh no, Travis just didn't take his time on that one.
Yeah, he kind of had some awkward footing there as well. I think he was stepping on a downed log there, so got to take your time, got to make sure your stance is right for those short putts.
Gosh, a couple bogeys there, 3 pars, and Jacob is now within a stroke of Andrew with his birdie par start and Andrew's par bogey start.
There you go. All right, it's getting close. Headed into hole 3. This is the extreme short right position, so it's a very fast green, as you can tell by the incline of the hill here, and the basket's just at the top of the crest of the hill. So it's going to take a very tight shot that finishes to the right, more than likely a sidearm to get to the basket on this one.
It's a very tricky hole for being only 231 feet. Lots of trees, plus a low ceiling, plus a steep hill with rollaway potential. And Jacob stayed in the middle at least, didn't roll down the hill. Oh, way too high. Sit.
There's OB down there.
On the other side of the little road down there, right? Oh,
Yeah.
and he finds it. Oh, no.
And that kicks down to the lower road as well.
Yeah, tough hole to throw a backhand on.
Yeah, for the backhand, you're just trying to throw it towards the catch cam, and I guess give yourself an uphill look.
Yep. I feel like the cut roll is just so likely with a backhand, even if you don't turn it over with the slope of the hill. That's a good line from Travis. Oh, come on. Don't do that to him. I love the shot. Stop before the OB at least? Yeah, it looks like it did.
What the hell?
Tough hole.
Yeah, even from this short spot where Jacob Blair landed, it's a tough little scramble to get up this hill.
And here we see where Gavin Boss went OB. Looking at a forehand flex line. Uh-oh. Don't go OB. Okay, Lisa didn't go OB again. He's laughing about it. At least he's keeping a positive attitude. Gibson. Not the best, but he's got to look for the par. And Travis is there for a par as well. Now here's Gavin Boss's, what, fourth at this point? Oh, no.
Yeah,
Gosh.
snowballing.
Poor guy.
Yeah, this is a hole where par is not too bad, especially seeing how this lead card's struggling.
He chips one up there, but man, he's got some meat left on the bone. What, for a 5 or a 6 at this point? For a 5, I think.
Yeah, to be honest, I'm starting to lose track. It's
Yeah,
not going well
me
for
too.
Gavin Boss.
Well, here he is. For either a 5 or a 6. That's a 7?
Yeah, the quad bogey.
Wow, quad. Wow, I lied. Okay. Gosh, what a mean little 230-foot hole. Let's see if he can bounce back. There's a lot of golf left. This is a 20-hole round. We got a couple of extra holes. Travis getting the par. Gibson doing the same. And there was actually only one birdie on the day on this hole in MPO, at least. Ezra Hapner. Good birdie, Ezra.
Yeah, shouts out to Hapner. Love that kid. All right, headed into hole 4. This is kind of a must-get birdie before we head into the field with the long holes. There is some technicality to hit this gap, but you need to get it through the gap, skirt it up to the basket. You can take the sidearm up the gut or take the backhand to the right walking path. We'll see what these guys opt for.
Oh, didn't expect that. The high line out of Jacob. It looks like he almost got it, actually. Just a tiny bit more turn would have been great, but he fell down on the right side of the trees, and he's got a long look.
Yeah, you don't see as many people go up over the top as much anymore since it has overgrown quite a bit. It makes that line pretty tight.
See, that looked like the ideal line right there. The low ante or forehand through that gap on the left. Yep, same gap Miranda is going for. Now sit. Yeah, fast green with that hard pan. Classic NorCal hard pan.
Yep. Nice grass in the fairway, except for on the green.
Oh, was that an OB stake there, or was that not related to the course? I know he's safe either way, but...
Yeah, that's unrelated. No OB
Unrelated,
on this
okay.
hole unless you somehow find the lake.
Oh, yeah, down to the right. I have been here once or twice.
Here's Gavin's second shot. Little layup.
Yep. You want to bounce back with a birdie after the quad, but smart of him to not run that. There is kind of a drop-off behind the basket from that angle, which Jacob Blair is also aware of, and he also lays up. There's Andrew for birdie. He's on the board finally. Nice putt, Andrew.
It's a good putt. He's good at those straddles.
And a great putt there from Travis.
Yeah, I also like that Travis seemed to have opted for a slower disc, maybe like a zone off of the tee, so kind of eliminates that ground action or reduces it a little bit.
Yep. Good birdie from Gavin Gibson as well. Looks like we got 3 birdies and 2 pars before we move out into the field.
Yeah, like you said, first hole in the field, hole number 5, 351 feet, because today it is in the short position. So you got OB stakes on the left and right of the fairway. But this is the first hole that these guys can really open up. So excited to see what they can do.
So were most of the pins in longer positions for round 1?
It was kind of a mix. We have a couple holes out here where there's 1 or 2 or more baskets on those holes. So for the tournament in round 1, they played the long position, and in round 2, they were playing the shorter of the 2. If the hole had 2 baskets, they would play the shorter one. So this
Gotcha.
one was the same for both rounds.
Okay. Great drive there. Nice lower line from Andrew, getting some fade, getting some ground play. Can't draw it up any better than that. Beautiful shot, Andrew.
Yeah, that's going to be a head knocker right there. See if Travis can follow that up.
Looks like a very similar line. Not quite as overstable of a disc, but still a great shot. A little too wide from Jacob. Well, Andrew's most likely getting another stroke on him unless he can throw it in from there.
Yeah, this looks a little yanked, kind of like Jacob's.
Yeah. I mean, based on the scores we're looking at here, it kind of looks like, even though there's a lot of golf left, it's essentially most likely a 2-horse race for first and then a battle for third as well. Ooh, that was a little early release there. Pretty far to try a jump putt. I'm wondering if he was just outside his jump putt range. What is going on here? That was bizarre.
Yeah, I think that one held on to his finger a little bit. That was definitely unintentional.
Had a weird early release by one player, followed by a weird grip lock from another player.
So now he's got this for par.
Jeez. Is there some wind? It doesn't look very windy. I'm not seeing the grass moving. So
Yeah, mentally this basket is a little harder than, it's the first one in the open field. You have no backstop or any hill to judge the putt distance. Can be a little difficult when you get out in the field and start putting like this.
especially when you've been in the woods for a while. I do agree with you there, Keenan. It doesn't make much sense logically, but when I have trees to use as kind of like just to gauge the distance of a putt, it helps me versus
Absolutely.
being in the wide open.
Great putt there from Gavin Gibson to get his birdie. And so now Jacob's going to have this for bogey, so he's going to lose at least 2 strokes to Andrew Miranda.
Makes it at least a little bit low. Stop the bleeding.
Yeah.
And actually, while we were talking about other stuff there, Gavin Boss had a great par save putt as well before or right after a bad upshot. It's good to buckle down and make that par putt. Travis with the birdie. Now looks like Manny Torres is on the bag for someone.
Yep, Manny Torres out there taking a break from competing in the tournament this weekend, so he's carting the bag for Gavin Gibson.
For Gibson, gotcha.
All right, headed on to hole 6. This is in the long par 4 position, 525 feet. So you have OB stakes on the left and right and long. The basket is located underneath the shade of the oak trees. So right now we are almost to the long par 3, and there's the par 4.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we saw the long par 3 in Masters Cup, so this is my first time seeing this par 4 position on this hole.
Yeah, all you want out of the first drive is basically to get a little bit of distance and keep it in bounds. There can be a lot of headwind on this hole, so sometimes that affects the drives.
Yeah, unless you have the arm for it and you intend to play for eagle, there's really no reason to get super aggressive off the drive. Just keep it in play and leave yourself a little chip shot up to the basket. Wide hyzer from Miranda, coming back nicely. Travis going for the flex line. Looks overturned, though. Stay safe. No problem.
Yeah, I think it was at this point that Gavin Boss realized he had left behind one of his discs maybe during some practice throws during lunch. So he had to go through his bag and figure out which disc to throw here, and takes out a Halo Destroyer.
It's too bad he didn't pick out a Halo Boss to go with that last name of his.
Yeah, he might have got the eagle look with that one. All right, 4 or 5 decent drives. They're all inbound, so we have 5 birdie opportunities here.
Ooh, gets caught up a little bit. Still a putt, though. Travis, little putter up shot, leaves it short left a little bit, but should be a look for birdie.
This looks good.
Gavin Gibson with the perfect upshot. There you go. Got to imagine in the open field, getting a par on this almost feels like a bogey. Like most of the field is expecting a birdie on this one.
Yeah,
short
absolutely.
par 4.
It's a little weird that the short par 3 is, or the long par 3 is only about 80 feet shorter than this par 4. So definitely easier.
I do agree, though. 500 feet seems like a reasonable cutoff for an open hole, an open flat hole between par 3 and par 4. But, yeah, the par 3 would have definitely offered better scoring separation.
It was interesting to see Miranda use his mid-range for that long-distance putt.
Oh, I didn't realize. Yeah, that's interesting. Good putt, Travis. Good birdie.
No
Looks like
raptor legs on that one.
Yeah, trying to figure out something with his swing or his grip or something. He doesn't look like he was happy about it, but he made it. You're good, buddy. And Jacob, he's good for it as well. Oh, and that was a turkey for Travis as well. First turkey on the card.
Yeah, turkey for Travis. Miranda taps in his 3rd birdie in a row, and I think Gavin Gibson also tapping in his 3rd birdie in a row. So this lead card's heating up.
Yep, 4 birdies, 1 par.
On to the next, hole 7. Same position that you saw in Masters Cup. This is the straight 320-foot par 3. Like most of the holes out here in the field, you got the OB stakes left, right, and long. So just whatever throw you got, 320 feet, dead straight. Make it happen. Gavin Gibson coming off of 3 birdies. See if he can make it 4.
It's looking like he most likely can. Great shot. Gavin Gibson, also the only player on our card to still be bogey-free. Those wooded holes at the beginning will get you. Is that a putter? Looks like it. Beautiful.
Yep, that's going to be 4 in a row for Andrew Miranda.
Ooh, a little grip lock from Travis there. Oh, but he misses the trees. Maybe it wasn't a grip lock. Maybe he was playing the flex line. It just looked kind of weird out of the hand.
Yeah, I agree.
That,
he was very close to that tree line on the right out of his hand, but somehow misses it all and still has a birdie putt.
And the disc was very overstable, which tells me that maybe he was doing that on purpose.
Jacob kind of playing to the wrong pin position there.
Yep. Gavin Boss, come on, be overstable. Come on back. Oh, a little long, but he's got a look. I'm rooting for you to get that first birdie, Gavin. Jacob Blair up first on the birdie looks. A little high.
Gavin Gibson to go 4 for 4 birdies through the last 4 holes.
Perfect. On the stripe. He looks dialed. Man, I was saying it was kind of a 2-horse race for first, but Gavin at this point, Gibson I should say, is only a couple strokes back of Jacob. No, just an inch low. At least he's smiling it off, man. I'd be getting annoyed out there at this point.
Yeah, you got to wonder if a little bit of it is camera nerves.
Oh, the camera nerves are very real.
One.
Yeah. Jacob tapping in the par. And Miranda with a drop-in birdie. He, too, has gotten 4 in a row at this point, along with Gavin Gibson.
Yeah, Gavin Gibson keeps the box, and now he's tied for 3rd place with Travis Gentile. All right, on to hole 8, 305 feet. This is the par 3 short position. So you'll see it right there in the center of the fairway. So OB left and right.
Pretty sure we saw a much longer position on this for Masters Cup.
Correct, yeah. I think it was in the par 4 position, or the long par 3 for Masters Cup.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like almost 500 feet, I want to say.
See if Gavin Gibson can keep it going.
It's basically throw the same shot you just threw on the last hole. Oh, no. Didn't really expect to see any OB on this one. The basket's not even that close to any OB. Well, his birdie streak has come to an end. Let's see if Miranda can keep the birdie streak going. High forehand hyzer. Huh? Long look. Probably got a little more height on that than he wanted, but he's still there. Hyzer line out of Travis. Looking good. Yep, great shot. 25 feet or so.
Oh, yeah.
Lower line from Jacob. I like this. Yeah, a little too much ground play. Which you might not really expect on these holes because they do have kind of longer grass. It's not like the hard pan we were seeing on the wooded holes.
Yeah, we did have the county mow pretty recently, so it is short enough to skip a little bit, plus the dead grass on the ground makes it a little slippery. So this is Gavin Gibson for 3 after going out of bounds on his tee shot.
Yes. Dude is dialed on the green. His putts have been looking so good. And he saves his bogey-free round by making that long par putt after going OB. Great putt, Gavin. Oh, the birdie streak comes to an end for Andrew as well. Jacob has a chance to get a stroke on Andrew here. He needs it. Andrew's been birdieing a lot. Oh, just right.
Can Gavin Boss get on the board?
He does. Nice birdie, Gavin.
There we go. Off the schneid.
That can really change around mentally once you've made that first birdie putt. Let's see if he starts playing a little better after this. Travis is good for the birdie as well. He's got a good round going. 3 down for the round. Andrew coming back for the par.
On to the next. This is a fun one. The par 4 position on hole 9. So on your tee shot, you just want to, put it closer to the par 3 position that you see on the right side of your screen or anywhere up here on the hill. And then your second shot, you're going to want to put it underneath these young trees in the middle of the fairway. The basket's just in the shade there. So you have OB on the right and left here as well. But pretty simple 2-shot par 4.
Yep. Like the par 4 we saw a couple holes ago, this seems like a must birdie for the Open division.
Good line from Travis.
Yep. Right in the middle. Should be a little putter chip shot approach.
This one's a little tight to the tree line, but fights through.
Yeah, as long as you're inbounds, birdie is still in play. Well, that's a little too much turn out of Gavin Gibson there, but like I said, it doesn't really matter. No matter where you are, you got a chance at birdie.
Yeah, probably still 300 feet from the basket where he landed. And this is Andrew Miranda going big with the ESP nuke.
Nice. Good hyzer line from Jacob there as well. And everyone's in play. It's going to come down to those upshots. Gibson, after turning over his drive, has the longest approach, but still very doable. Ooh, that's a bit of a grip lock. That goes OB. Oh, no.
Yeah, it looks like his bogey-free round might have come to an end with that one.
Yeah, unfortunately, unless he can throw it in, it's very likely his bogey-free round has come to an end. Man, speaking of throwing it in, that shot from Gavin Boss there almost skipped in. Looks like he's going to have back-to-back birdies.
See if Travis can maintain the good streak he's got going.
And that was kind of wide.
Yeah,
He's still got a putt, but from that close, you want to be a little closer.
Jacob Blair, second shot, looks pretty good. Similar putt to what Travis is left with. And
man, what a drive out of Andrew. He's got maybe only 140 feet left or something here. Ooh, trying to throw it in. I heard some metal there. Couldn't quite tell if it hit cage or just pole, but I think it might have clipped the bottom edge of the cage. And here's Gavin Gibson. He has to throw this in to keep his bogey-free round. Yeah, he's not thinking about that, nor should he. He's just trying to save that par. And he's got a little meat left on the bone, but he should be all right.
Awkward little putt for Travis. See if he can get the bird.
Nice. Little low ceiling, kneeling spin putt. Definitely not my forte. Glad to see Travis is good at it. Jacob weighing his options as far as his stance here. Decides against the double kneeling putt.
Yeah, something I love about greens like this is when these players do have to think about those shorter putts because of an obstacle in the circle.
I enjoy that. It makes in the circle putting a lot more interesting to watch, than just an ideal stance every time. It's part of disc golf. Sometimes you got to straddle, sometimes you got to kneel, sometimes you got to spin putt, sometimes you got to pitch putt. I agree with you, Keenan. I like greens that showcase that.
Absolutely.
Good birdie there from Gavin Boss, 2 in a row. Man, Andrew Miranda, great round going so far.
All right, last hole of part 1 of the final round, hole 10. This one's super elevated on the fireman pole. And, standard Pinto Lake. We got OB left, right, and long.
Yeah, the OB long and right looks pretty close. Is that in the circle?
Yes, I believe the right side and the long is circle's edge there. So very tight indeed. This looks good, maybe a little short.
Yeah, I mean, short left is kind of where you want to err because of that OB, but then you're looking at a putt on a super elevated basket with OB right behind it. So keeps an open hole interesting.
Pretty nice shot from Gavin Boss. That should give him a birdie look. See if Andrew Miranda can keep it going.
That looks great. Beautiful. Looks like it's going to be another birdie for him. Good drive from Jacob as well, but kind of a scary putt, like I was talking about with where that OB is.
Yeah, let's see if Gavin Gibson can pull it back together after his first bogey of the tournament.
Of the round, anyway. I don't know about round 1.
Here's that scary elevated putt from Gentile.
Yep, he was a little scared of it. You could tell. You can't really blame you, Travis. Yes, let's go, Gavin. Gavin Boss struggling for the first however many holes that was, 6 or 7 holes, and then I believe that's a turkey for him. He got on the board and then just kept right on birdieing.
Yeah, love to see that bounce back.
Yeah, Jacob.
Good putt
Great
from
putt from Jacob. Yep. Great birdie from Gibson there as well. And for Andrew also, 4 out of 5 birdies on this 360-foot hole with an elevated basket and OB circle's edge. That's pretty good.
Yeah, good work from our lead card. And that's going to wrap up part 1 of the final round. Here's our whole summary for our card. Andrew Miranda really pulling away with the 4-down round through the first 10. And it's kind of a battle up for second place now with Travis Gentile and Jacob Blair neck and neck.
Most likely a battle for second, but we'll see. There's some tough wooded holes, you know, anything can happen out there. Come back and join us for back 10.
See you there.